just hit the go live button, and then we're going to do the it's gone live. We're live, everybody. So welcome to the 20th episode of the American War and Debauchery D&D I've been running, and last week we didn't have Di with us, so we actually got a lot done, and it wasn't in any way, shape, or form railroaded or thrown over the edge of a cliff by just random acts of insane violence. And we actually managed to get some storyline done, which was nice for a change.
Sounds boring to me.
Yeah, it was mostly uzalu and me talking. You know, what can I say?
I was gonna say, yeah, sounds about right.
Some people pay good money for that content.
It's like all those episodes of Wizards in Space where we just talked, except without a screeching little a security dog in the background.
The amount of times where we'd do that, and it'd be like 3 or 4 hours of us just talking.
Yeah. You know,
I mean, at least it wasn't a silver mine.
I enjoyed Wizards in Space. So we should do that again at some point in the near future.
Man.
Hey, uzalu. Hey, uzalu. Hey, uzalu.
I did want to, when you get a chance, talk to you guys about some aspects of it.
I agree. Yeah, I think there's we should do.
You did say that yesterday, didn't you?
I mean, like, given that Di was as far as we knew unavailable forever. Like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. When she disappeared offline and has been replaced by someone shilling Disney products ever since.
Yeah.
That's true.
Listen, okay, don't just say that. They won't understand.
Di is now an AI, and
She-Hulk. Okay, stop trying to get.
It was funny that as soon as I got back, it's like, oh, let's watch this Disney thing, guys.
Guys, look at new product I have found. Let us watch this and then watch other product I have found by Disney.
Hello, friends. I have returned.
It's a good product, though.
Oh God, it's Toy 2.0.
Consume and enjoy next product. You can pay. You can pay for products on Disney's own channel.
Bro,
I have got it and enjoy
Amazon,
it.
Okay, you know better.
I use Amazon.
At least
because
I don't
Prime...
pay for it. Hey, at least I'm not paying for it, bro. You know, come on.
God, I can't believe how quickly this AI voice tech is advancing.
It's
really
great. It's very impressive. It's like the art. The art's going fucking wild recently. But
yeah, but if you listen,
why do you guys keep saying AI, man?
If you listen to Di's voice, then you can hear it's artificial. You can hear it's fake. It's
Yeah.
just those little inflections. You know, I've known her for longer than most of you have, so you can tell. I'm sure you can tell as well, Trig.
I'm pretty much certain at this point. Yeah.
I wonder when people are gonna realize that this isn't a joke.
There, did you hear that? That's how you know it's fake.
It's when she starts asking for
something wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was gonna say the squeaking of the wheelchair is how you know she's real.
Wow, my chair is squeaky. Okay,
Hey, Dolly. Hey, Dolly. Do you have a wheelchair?
Oh, everyone knows you're entering the room.
You have a chair that has wheels at the bottom of it.
Yeah, but by that logic, everyone here is a fucking cripple.
Assemble the Crippletron.
God, guys are
Di, this information changes everything. I shall go and inform Rogel.
Oh dear.
Either way, what happened last time?
Right, what happened last time?
time?
Last time is alright. Basically, they decided not to kill Ez at the beginning of the episode, and
Much appreciated.
then they made their way to the town that they were going to, and discovered that the town did indeed only seem to sell meat and meat products, and
healthy people.
yes, actually. Not as healthy as you'd
Very
seen.
long-lived, in fact.
They're very long-lived. It's a town of vampires, essentially. Yeah. Everybody there is a vampire. They were met at the door.
No.
They were greeted by Baron Ardulac, who is the head of Vampire Town. And
given how dangerous you made it clear it was in principle, I think the excessive caution I showed was perhaps understandable. But yes, we did spend most of the time with me trying to find a way to make it any degree safer than just walking into a town full of vampires with no knowledge of what we were doing.
Which is funny because I guarantee that's what we would have done if I was there. You guys would have just sent me in.
Literally everybody's a vampire, but they're nice and friendly vampires who are trying to turn over a new leaf and are in fact found a way of of mixing various types of animal blood, chicken, pork, beef, etc., together into a mixture and keeping it warm at the right temperature and using that instead of human blood. However, it turns out that Baron Ardulac's plans are not going completely as to plan, and some vampires seem to be pining after the old ways, or at least he suspects they are, and they may be trying to overthrow him. And there is a potential small civil war at bay, underway, and the Baron wants you to find out who's behind this, and if it's true, which coincides with the keep the chicken supply coming for the Colonel, because no friendly vampires wanting to farm chickens means no more chickens for the Colonel. So
Indeed. Di, did you enjoy my identity theft I did there in events too?
I know. I was like, I don't remember. I actually had to check because I was like, I don't remember doing that.
I knew it.
Sorry, if you did what?
You probably haven't even noticed because you were assuming it's Di. But if you have a look in events too, that green heart reaction, I put that there, knowing that everyone would assume it was
I
Di.
hadn't.
Yeah, because I was like, I did double check.
Yeah, I
it,
hadn't
'cause
seen
I was
that.
like, "What the fuck?" It's like, did I
It is
really
her
just forget
signature.
that? Cunt, bro.
Anyway,
So-
I'm so sorry, Trick. Yes.
so
he
we have
gave us
a
room.
okay. So we have a town full of vampires.
you do.
There's a sort of a cult of vampires outside the town
That's right.
who
Okay.
are dangerous, and that's why he feels threatened. And so we've been sent in to help deal with them, so that he can continue providing the meat to the Colonel unabated.
Well, has he given any information of them, like, so we don't go in there not like
he
kinda
is
blind?
well. Essentially, he. The plan initially was that you guys were going to make camp outside the town, not wanting to go into a town completely populated by vampires and go to sleep there overnight.
Yeah, but outside the town, there's also vampires.
That's
probably wouldn't be a good idea, right?
that's
After
it.
we
Yeah.
learned that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say that that's probably the unsafest place because the ones
And-
outside
yeah.
the walls
But
want
the
to
thing is,
kill you.
all we had to go on for
Yeah.
the fact that there are vampires outside the town is the vampires inside the town's word. So again, I
Yeah.
think my overabundance of caution last time was somewhat understandable, even though it did slow things down a bit, I feel.
Did you talk to the
That was
vampires
the main reason
outside?
that wasn't part of that.
You
Did
have
you talk to the
not.
vampires? Not
So-
okay.
so-
No,
right,
we
okay.
haven't encountered them.
You don't know where they are yet, right? All you've done is you've spoken to the Count Dracula, I mean Baron Ardulac, about it in great detail over a nice meal of various meats and so on, and a good glass of wine. He was very cordial and told you of his concerns, and has offered you the safety of his mansion, and you've essentially slept a good night there. You decided to do your investigations during the daytime, quite wisely. Also, these vampires do seem to mill around during the day, having found that they can wear large Stetson hats and parasols and heavy lead-based makeup and sunglasses, and in that way avail themselves to the daytime outside, shall we say.
Can they
Alright,
cross
Di,
a
this-
river though?
There is water
we don't
nearby,
know.
but I haven't told you that information.
okay, no,
as
I'm
of
We
just-
yet.
don't know
okay,
about
okay,
that,
okay.
or the garlic,
Okay.
or the crosses, or the holy water yet, but that's a good thing
Okay.
to look into, actually.
Mm.
And actually, speaking of holy water, our one lead, apparently, from Baron Ardulac, is the priest in the city/town. He's suspicious
Yes.
of the priest.
The
So we're
good,
going to look at that next.
the good reverend. Yes, he also mentioned another name as well. Do you remember the name of somebody else? He said that could be
I can't
worth talking to.
remember. No.
A young vampire that had only been there recently, who was essentially brought in to help set up the farming equipment and so on, and became suspicious of what was going off there, and was turned into a vampire. His name was Shane, and he did suggest that he might be worth talking to as well, as he is.
I remember Shane
yes.
because I was trying to figure out what the pun was.
There is no pun there. It is
Shane is an Irish name. I know that.
it is simply that I have totally nicked this plot from a movie and the character called Shane in the movie, and I couldn't think of another name that was a pun at the time, so it just popped into my head, and I was like,
Jim,
damn.
I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah,
Uh, so-
it's a really
Why
dodgy
the fuck
B
is
movie
Chase being creepy, by the way?
because Chase is creepy.
So he's just a, let's test it out. Let me have a taste of you. Heart thing.
Typical
And I
woman.
was like,
when
huh.
I flirt with you, you don't complain. But when a lower status male flirts with you, suddenly it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's
mean-
because it just came out of nowhere. Sorry,
Literally
continue.
that. Yeah.
Bro, Trey,
Um,
read that and say your skin wouldn't crawl.
No, I know Chase. I know Chase quite well.
Sorry, yes.
No, Chase is a good lad. I just
Oh
yeah.
shit, he's watching on YouTube.
I know,
I
right?
was gonna say, he's not in here. How does he know?
He
How
said
does he
he's
know?
never gonna. He said he's never gonna make a flirtation with you again. You've lost even, Chase.
Yeah.
Oh, it's better this way.
Look, Chase, you just got to get on my level. I've been flirting with her uncontrollably and with no inhibition for 8 years, and she has not yet complained.
I
although
have
probably she
complained.
should have done.
I have definitely complained.
No, you haven't. No, never happened.
Oh,
Didn't know.
Speaking of complaining, Di, now
no.
is the time to bring back an old Di strategy from this D&D. We're dealing with vampires. We need you to grow Giga large again and hold up the mirror. Just
Oh
stand
my
back in the bar
God!
for the next 2 hours and cook the vampires.
Oh
from
my
afar.
god, so once again, my ultimate attack, hold mirror, will be useful.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
I'm glad to know.
Get large, hold mirror.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, that is one way of I mean, they're all vampires though, so wasn't the mirror thing to be able to? There's no reflection, so it's like you're able to tell if somebody's a vampire by them not having a reflection.
Yeah.
So no one's gonna have a
That's-
reflection.
That's not what I was
That
going for.
would-
I was going for you reflect the light into their face to
Oh,
focus the UV
sorry.
and cook them.
Yes.
I mean, mirrors would
sorry.
be a massive threat and giveaway. Have we seen any mirrors in this entire town?
I have not mentioned a mirror at all in the entire of the last episode. If you would find a mirror, I would imagine, given that they're wearing huge
It's
amounts
covered.
of heavy face paint and sunglasses and hats and clothes, they might just look normal. Who knows? But we haven't seen any mirrors as far as I'm aware of.
Oh my god, does the lead paint like actually come up on the mirror? Like you just don't have the face? That's creepy. Holy shit.
That's very possible.
They would.
They,
would just
they
look
all
human,
they're all
except that they would have
invisible
no
besides
eyes.
their clothes and the
Yeah.
fucking face paint. That's
Yep.
terrifying.
That's an entire tag, by the way. There's not that I would know. There's lore on this, by the way. The reason that vampires don't show up in mirrors, allegedly, according to the old lore, is because the mirrors used to be made of silver, but modern mirrors are made of aluminium. So
Well,
Huh.
also the reason I asked with the river thing, because like old mythology wise, is even with the whole Dracula and stuff. Like if you look into it, like he was never able to like one of the ways that they were able to keep the vampires out was like if they had an actual river between them and their town, they weren't able to cross.
They had
or some shit.
They had difficulty crossing it. Yes.
Yeah.
There are ways and means for them to cross it because if you remember, Dracula travels all the way to England in a box.
Yeah, but that. To be fair, that's Dracula though.
That is Dracula, yes. And of course,
Like, if anyone can do it, it's him.
of course, Baron Ardulac is in no way, shape, or form Count Dracula, even
Of
if it is a
fucking
complete anagram of his name.
don't worry, Di. It took us about 6 seconds to notice that.
Well, this is like a common trope though, because even in Castlevania they did like Alucard,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
you know, all that.
Yes.
Alucard's supposed to be his son or whatever. I don't want to get into all that fucking
Sorry, yeah,
iffy myths. And yes,
Yeah, you don't want people to know how much you know. I get you.
look, yeah. Just shut up, okay? Okay, so,
Alright, so
scene is set is that you guys have all basically had a very pleasant night's sleep. Archie
I'm in
has.
a very nice room.
You've all had your own room. Archie has watched guard like a big stone statue or bronze statue in the middle of the hallway and guarded
this-
you as you sleep because he doesn't need to. So he has guarded your floor for you all night. And you've all had a long rest. You were all fully
I mean,
healed.
it's the least he could do after almost killing me. You know?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I mean, the least he could have done after almost killing you is
Multiple
actually do
times.
it, actually get the job done.
Uh-huh.
I mean, those dice rolls. Those
Yeah.
dice rolls.
I know,
Dude,
right?
like that. Sometimes, man, like you pissed
I-
off someone.
I think I literally rolled 5 natural ones in one session.
It's
Yes.
great, man. It's either all ones or 100s for me. There's no in between.
If you're rolling 100s on a d20, you might be cheating.
Oh, sorry, it's Cthulhu.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
All right, so we're all in different rooms.
All right.
You have
So,
woken up.
given the offset of involvement, I think Di is going to have to be the charismatic speaker this session. Go ahead, Di.
Apps, dude.
Take the lead.
If things are going well, like I don't think you want me to speak.
So yeah, you've
So,
you've
I've
woken
woken up.
you've woken up.
I will roll. Can I roll perception to see what's around me? Do I notice anything
Sure.
off?
You've woken up in a very, very nice bedroom.
Bro, my
where-
perception every time I roll perception, it's either 1 or up to 10, 1 to 10.
you
That's
notice
it, that's all.
that bed is unbelievably
It's very
comfortable.
comfortable bed.
Very
Yeah.
comfortable bed. There was a nice screen. There's some flowers there. It's to all intents and purposes a very, very nice.
Are these windows or doors?
Those are windows. They are shuttered.
Okay.
But you know you can open them, and if you were to, you would look out on across the sun rising over a very, very nice little village. A new
Man,
village.
these weirdo locals being awake during the night, right, Di?
I couldn't be me, man.
Nope. Yeah. I wonder if our sleep patterns are the same again, Di.
Mine's back to normal.
Yeah, mine's pretty close to normal too.
I had no choice. Oh, there's a bath.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a nice, massive bath in here. Oh my god.
I didn't get a bath.
No.
I didn't get a bath. I just got a table with
Dude,
some
this is
lettuce and
great.
a key on it.
I
This
got
is
a table
great.
with a fucking dagger.
Not really. I got
I mean, you
attacked
did-
when
you
I
did-
was naked.
You did have to fight Urza style, that's true.
No, you didn't.
To be
Yeah,
be
Uzalu
fair,
got
Di,
attacked when
with
you
your
were
ability to
naked.
grow yourself, you kind of have a combination of Makarov and Urza's qualities in that you can finally have larger breasts than Urza.
But it'll never be like the space woman. Hers are so massive in the other series.
Brandish.
Yeah, her ones are fucking.
Oh, or do you mean
ginormous.
do you mean mother from
Mother,
From the
I mean
space
mother.
fairy tale?
I mean mother.
Yeah.
Anyone know what they're talking about?
Sorry.
Yes,
yeah, sorry.
fairy tale.
Hey.
Fairy tale and space fairy tale. Which we should
Alright,
continue
well-
watching as long as Verdant's not observing
I've
us
had a
not watching
lovely
Fate.
bath. I know, right? Poor Verdant, man.
Your bath is empty and there is no running water in the house. But if you would want to call for maids to attend, you could certainly try. Each and every one of you will find a bell in your room. But you're free to explore the house if you so desire.
Mate!
I'm quite sure that at least one or two of us have a vampire maid taste,
Well, you
or
know,
we'll develop one.
Vampire maid
I
fetish.
guarantee they probably won't like my blood. So I'm
Who's
alright.
this a bust of?
Do you even have blood, Di?
That is a bust of
think I do.
one of the Baron's relatives. It says something about you could read Vlad Tepish maybe. It's actually I know that's the wrong. It's the wrong era.
Vlad Tepish.
Yeah, that would be right. Looks surprisingly like the Count, or the Baron. Sorry, the Baron, of course. not the Count. It
The
wouldn't be the Count.
count, dude, you can't even lie. You can't even lie to us.
But how would we know it's pronounced Tepesh if it looks like teepees?
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
Well, I'll try and ring the bell. See if I can get a bath running.
Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Yes, indeed.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
the rest of you hear a bell being rung. What do you do?
It's like
Where's the
beginning
bell
of a weird
ringing from?
joke.
Sorry, what pun?
Which direction's the bell ringing from? I can't see.
It is coming from below, from Atia's room. You know.
Oh, great. My tinnitus is setting off again.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna listen in and see if I can hear any further. Is it just a bell?
I'm trying to see if the bell even like will it who will it summon? Who is going to appear, if anyone?
In essence,
An
nobody. There appears to be nobody in the house whatsoever at this particular point
You're-
in time. Maybe they're just asleep. You know, who knows?
Could be.
It's just a bell ringing though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, fantastic. In that case, that's mystery and intrigue. I'm gonna pick the lock on this door.
Fine. Roll me a lock picking skill. Do you have one?
Let's go with sleight of hand.
Wait. Do we know this is Di's room?
I don't know actually. Were you spending? I mean, you probably
You
would.
smell the estrogen.
Archie
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
would.
I'm gonna-
To, right? 'Cause he
Yeah.
stayed up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Kiki why she's trying to break into Di's room.
Yeah. Not trying. She's effectively unlocked that door, and the
I mean,
door
she's gonna be
opens.
shocked when she walks in.
Yes. Right. In front of you is Diana and Nighty.
Anything. Why is that so?
Excuse me. What?
What ringing
Can I
ringing a
help you?
bell? Are you still ringing the bell?
I'm
No!
wondering, is there a reason
I rang
that you've
it
done this, Kiki?
once. I rang it once to see if somebody would come fill up my bath water. Nobody came besides you. Can you fill up the tub?
Oh no, succubus
you know-
bathwater.
Um,
Oh, don't you know how to summon
No.
water?
Do they have any water here?
I haven't seen any. I've got some lettuce and a key and some
Look at this
garlic.
look at the. Wait, what?
Lettuce? What do you mean lettuce?
Why do you have
what?
those?
As in salad?
Is this not lettuce?
Let's have a quick look and zoom in close. It does look a bit lettucey. You're right. Let's say it's not lettuce.
Why is Jason right out there?
Where's Jason? Who?
There.
I'm gonna show Cecilia the bath and how nice it looks.
Jason
and
shouldn't
how
be
it
out there. I
wouldn't
don't
it
know
be
why
great to use
Jason's
it?
out there. Jason is not out there.
Okay.
Right.
Oh damn!
I
I
haven't been in a
I
room
didn't
this
get a
nice.
bath.
Yeah, so because I was like, I haven't been in a room this nice in a while. A shame.
And yet somehow you've still thrown stuff all over the floor here.
I mean, I don't remember. Listen, this was here when I don't know. I don't know if it was here when I got here. Or what.
Oh sure, you got here and your clothes were already thrown all over the floor behind a screen.
Listen,
Just
alright.
impromptu.
Listen, you
put up to hide
unlocked
them.
my door, okay?
You rang a bell
Bucko.
in distress.
Listen, Bucko, clean your room.
Look, you all had way too much to drink last night. Clearly, Atia doesn't remember how she got there, and
Yeah, I have no idea.
and how her
what's
clothes
going
ended
on.
up on the floor. Maybe the Baron, helped her
I
out.
didn't
with
even
that.
realize I was in a 90.
Yeah.
Feather on Dock, can you fill this bath?
Okay.
You can make water.
Yeah, I'll use my magic.
Oh no.
He's gonna fill it with cold rainwater.
I need to open my character sheet to find the...
God damn it, guys. Listen, it's just such a nice looking bat. It'd be a shame, let it go to waste.
I mean, we could take it with us.
I mean, I don't think we can.
Shame to let it go to waste, eh? I don't see you inviting us in.
I mean, I invited Cecilia, but
I saw an open door and I walked in.
And the native.
yeah, everyone
as
just
well.
walking into my room,
Uh-huh.
We're just
Okay.
waiting for Coat.
What?
You're actually gonna. Okay, right, fine. Go on.
I don't know if he is or not.
Okay. Whilst
Yeah.
you guys are dicking about, you hear a voice coming from downstairs, basically going sort of hello, Are you guys awake yet? It's a fairly feminine voice.
What time is it?
It's the early morning. It's the sun is up. It's dawn, ish.
I'll call back. I did ring the bell.
I'm still just waiting to
That's
see
nice.
literally image related in events 2 at some point.
Wait, what?
Can I go down the stairs and see who it is?
You can
Oh
go
my
down the
God.
stairs. Does anybody else want to join him down the stairs, or are you?
I guess if we have to.
Gonna get
No,
dressed?
you
or
don't.
When are we gonna?
Yeah.
Can you?
Of the
Alright, I'll
bathroom.
get dressed. Can you two fuck off? Will I get dressed?
Do you want us to take
Very
the bath
rude.
outside and
I
fill
filled
it?
bath. You rude to me.
Or
Not
did
nice.
you actually fill the bath?
I leave.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, well, if you did, thank you.
Yeah.
it's a cantrip. I just moved water out of a faucet into there.
No, if you've done that, I don't say that to you, Cone.
Then I stand around there for no reason.
Right. Have fun.
Yes, I'm going for a bath.
Okay. The water's cold. Enjoy.
Oh. Oh, I'm sad.
It's a shame you don't have any magic users who could, keep
I
the
was gonna say, if you complain about that, I'll use create bonfire warmth.
No, it's...
I mean, that would work.
I mean,
Just create it underneath the bath.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The bath's probably made of like iron or something.
I mean, it looks woody to me, but
Well, yeah, but it's full of water. It's not going to catch fire.
it's
That's a
more of
valid
what if
point.
The rest of, what if all of the house does though?
What?
And,
What?
like,
at least the outer walls
standing-
appear
bonfire
to be.
underwater.
The outer
only
walls
thing
appear to be
that's standing
stone.
is the bath.
What happens if you create bonfire underwater? It's a magical fire.
Also, it's their own fault for giving you a bath.
Well, that's true.
I mean,
Okay. As is standing by the steps, the up from the floor below walks a very attractive looking young-ish. Yeah, that certainly she seems to be in her maybe late 20s. Girl, dressed fairly provocatively. But definitely,
She's old.
definitely. She's a vampire. You've no fucking idea how.
of course she's old. She knows what she's
Is
doing.
her
She's been
second
around the
name,
block.
by any chance, Vagina?
You would have to ask her that, and
I suppose I would.
But-
I guess I'll introduce myself to this person and ask her her name.
she goes, "Hi, I'm Sandy. The Baron asked me to show you all around town, and gave me a quick rundown of what you're doing here. Basically, she's there to be a guide and help you around town in the absence of the Baron, and just someone that can generally get stuff done. She's does seem to be wearing a tiger, or the skin of a tiger.
You sure it's not a cougar?
It is not a
I mean, she
cougar.
is quite old.
Yeah.
You have.
Given she's a vampire.
I mean,
Well past her prime.
maybe I don't know. Maybe she's perfectly in her prime. She certainly looks like she's in her prime. There are plenty of curves and she would be, as you might describe, fairly fucking hot.
Vampire woman. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, did we need to speak to the Baron for anything?
He's not. She will explain to you that the Baron is not here at the moment. He's as I said, he's explained to me that I'm to help you around town and see if I can't assist in your investigations. Make the right introductions and so on.
Sounds suspicious.
Mm.
Shall we do the whole ask the priest and ask the
We're
the
being
other guy? What's his
monitored.
name? Shane.
We're being monitored. Fuck.
I mean,
You
what
okay
does
there,
my
Di?
true
That sounds
sight
like
eyes say?
Is that a
to me?
code?
Like a notable cough.
What does your true sight eyes say to you? That she is a vampire.
Whoa.
Perhaps not as old
Whoa.
and as sort of powerful as the Baron, but she's definitely a vampire.
Really regret
She has
losing my
if
true
she's a
sight. It
female
was such an
vampire, she
advantage.
has like some weird jilted love affair or something going on that we could fuck with.
Yeah, maybe she's into hellhounds.
Oh no.
I mean, she's a white girl.
Okay, so she's essentially saying she's going to follow us around town and watch our every move.
Creepy.
You are in a company town that is owned completely by the Baron.
Yeah.
He built everything there. You were there as his guests. She is there to assist you in any way, shape, or form. If you want to take that as you are being monitored, certainly she will go back to the Baron and let him know. Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
You know.
Because I mean, like, if we're trying to like, Uzalu, as you said, trying to figure out the other side. I mean, I guarantee they're not going to be happy with us hearing another side.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what we're trying to figure out, or
I don't
like,
know what
what angle
happened
we're
last time,
or
so.
what angle we're taking so far. We
I-
should look into the one lead that we have, I suppose, but I do feel like it's not likely to be the correct or final answer.
I mean, because the thing is, right? We have two people that really want chicken, or at least one that really wants chicken, one that facilitates the chicken, and both
I
of
mean,
them
it is
want.
Black History Month.
Yeah, and both
Yeah.
of them
We-
want these people
really?
dead. So it would make sense that we just go in and kill them, but something tells me that it's not going to be as easy as we expect.
Nobody said anything about killing them.
Okay.
We could also just
I did.
go the double cross route, right? We make it seem like we're there to act against the Baron. We let them know how much we've got a disdain for what he's done to their kind, and how great they could be without him, and see who's loyal to him and who isn't, who's willing to betray him.
Most of ours aren't demons. That wouldn't make sense.
I mean, I figured they would probably expect the demons to do that, though, right?
I mean, yeah, you could
Do
pretend
they know
to be
what?
a breakaway.
Do they know we're
member of our group.
demons? They'd have to if we know they're vampires.
Okay,
right?
okay. They would probably know a little bit about you, yes.
Because the other one, yeah, because the other ones would have, yeah.
I mean,
of
to be
course.
perfectly honest, you didn't really come up much in the conversation. What can I say?
I'm just asking.
So yeah,
I smell, you know.
as it is, everybody else is either a tin man or human.
You were presumed dead last session, Di.
Yeah.
True,
what we need to do is what we could do, Di, is you could play the traitor of our group and say, like, look, as a demon, I believe in a sort of proud vampire. I have an image of vampires.
I
as
find
this
no
proud,
problem with
traditional-
them hunting people. Is what I'm going.
Sure.
Like, to be fair, she
Sure, you can
really
go that
doesn't.
direction. And just see if anyone. But the chances of them trusting you are pretty low. But it's maybe worth trying.
I mean, we can see where it goes. Let me just, dry myself off and get ready to go down. So, hold on.
I mean, it's essentially, actually, there were two people in the group. This was discussed last time. There were two people in this group that are essentially zero risk, if you will, in this town, which would be
So,
yourself and Ez or Archie. rather.
Unironically, Chief Feather on Dot scared me. Sorry.
Yes,
I walked
I
out
had
with my
noticed that
character.
feeling.
I walked out with my character out after the bath, and I go into the room, and he's just standing by the door.
Yep. Watching.
could be
He's
sitting.
sat there watching a train documentary.
I am not lined up to see the bath where I am.
I mean,
so
at
yes,
least nobody, yeah.
I hear these days it's more motorbike documentaries.
Also, just as a reminder, create bonfire is a concentration spell, so I really couldn't go that far.
Oh, right, it is a we established this last time. I forgot. Yeah.
Well, that was Wall of Fire that we were talking about before, where I.
But that's also a concentration.
But yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm ready to undress. We should probably follow those lot, right? Feather on Dot. If that is your name. Okay.
It
That is
is.
your name,
He
yeah.
literally
Yeah,
watched you
yes.
the entire
You know, I
time.
think it might be a title. Or maybe a nickname. I don't know, though. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I just noticed the character still has the old name on it, even though it was months ago I changed him to Captain Feather on Dot.
You're right.
Oh, the captain? Oh, because of the boat, yeah.
Yes, because we bought the boat and yeah. Interesting.
You are correct.
All right, Miss Vagina, let's proceed.
Okay.
Oh, so you just added a name; it didn't automatically show up. Okay.
Essentially, yeah. So yeah, you
So what's our lead? You said
Our
we had a
one
lead?
lead is Baron Ardulac reckons the priest in town might be sus. I've just realized we are basically playing Vampire Town Among Us here.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, we're an outside party. Do we want this person to know that we're being sent there by the Baron and that he's
What I-
sus, or do we want to
What I
like?
think, right? What I think is, it's a church. Vampires. We can use this as a way to gauge the weaknesses of these vampires, but we can also use that as an excuse to say, yeah, we come to the church to just sort of see, I don't know, something along the lines of how the sort of holy defenses of the town
Do
are.
we
Something like that.
have to go to a church?
See, I know you don't like it, but we kind of do.
Those places give me the itch, though.
Yeah, well, that might just be the syphilis, my dear.
No, you know what it is. It's.
Probably is.
I know. Believe me, I don't catch that. I give that to others, but it doesn't affect me.
can't catch you. Got it. You're the source.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, it doesn't affect me like the same way it does a
The,
human.
the
Sorry,
very
now you're just reminding me of Danik's pickup line of "Hey, baby, you know, paladins are immune to disease."
Oh God.
I'm guessing you completed your connection of venereal diseases like decades ago.
Okay, so what's your plan? Will we send you in for? Because he's gonna.
I have a plan, do I?
Okay, because we're gonna show up at his door, right? And he's gonna be like, "Oh, welcome, my children. Come into my church," right? So, and then we're going to ask us what we're doing there. Are we
so,
converting
okay.
to faith?
I mean, you're not. You're not gonna convince anyone of that.
Do I have to dress up as a nun again? Is this where I'm going?
I mean, nuns have some pretty nice outfits with the big tits.
I know. Listen, I've done this before.
What we're looking to do is to you need some pretense to be there. So it might be that we'll go in and he'll say, "Look, I know the Baron suspects me, but I'm loyal to the town." And if that happens, so be it. But maybe he won't realize that's what we're there for. In which case, what we can say is, "Look, I'm not really familiar with how your people work, but if we're going to potentially fight an outside force of vampires, I would like to understand the town's holy defenses." And
you know what?
Are you saying? Sorry, you're saying this to?
tools.
Are you saying this to Sandy?
No, I'm
No.
planning
Okay.
this in advance.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably the route.
Are you saying it in front of Sandy?
Well, Sandy's gonna. We can ask Sandy to stay out. We
mean-
could be like, we're trying to figure out what's going on, or
Yeah, we can be
negotiate or
like,
whatever.
hey,
Assuming that there's
hey.
no ulterior motives going on with Sandy, it doesn't really matter if she hears this.
I
I mean, it's not like sending around
on
gonna
saying it so she could hear it.
do much.
I mean, it's gonna be obvious if
She's
we bring
she's a
Sandy with us.
vampire. She's got supernatural hearing anyway, right?
I mean,
Well, no, what I'm saying is, she's coming with us, it's gonna be pretty obvious we're sent by the Baron.
That's true.
Guys, I have a question. Why would vampires worship Christianity? Isn't that kind of like their antithesis?
That's part
You
of
know-
the reason.
Sure,
I'm
maybe
doing
this
it.
is just
I'm-
lip
Let's go.
service.
Let's just go there.
I'm-
We're gonna have to see what
who
we're
the
up
fuck
against.
said
yeah,
anything
partly
about
trying to
Christianity?
scope out. That's a fair point. I'm partly trying to scope out what.
Oh, Trig,
like,
you said church, not
what the
synagogue.
situation is with the church or the holy place or whatever it is. We don't know how these vampires work. Usually, they have an aversion to holy shit. We're going to see if it's
We're gonna
if
see
it's
if this
real,
holy
if it's
shit
the right
will
religion,
work.
if it will work on the outside vampires, and all of this is actually useful information, but it's also a pretense to
Well,
investigate the priest.
It's actually very common for vampires to, work in churches. Funny enough,
Just like pedophiles working in schools.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and in hospitals.
they're close to what ails them, so that they could. I don't know.
Mm.
Bear in mind,
Well,
you're in a
clearly.
world where Mars is the chief religion. Yeah, the god of war. Just saying.
I guess that wouldn't necessarily have the same
Wait,
effect on a vampire.
wouldn't the vampires then pick up the like holiness of the true side or not, or like that we've been near these things that like hurt them?
What things that hurt them?
Angels.
Do angels hurt vampires?
I mean,
because
if they hit him with a sword or something, maybe. That's an assumption you're making there.
Yeah, no, I suppose again.
Shall we
this
do a
is the
religion check
problem
on
with-
that, perhaps?
Well,
Maybe.
Right, so there's one other thing. Assuming that if it turns out the religion doesn't hurt them,
you have no fucking
Yes.
idea. Start with 6. You've no idea. Sorry.
That's a 1.
Yeah.
if it turns out the religion doesn't hurt them, there's one other thing we can try, and that is to see if we can find somewhere that sells vegetables. Now, I know the chances of a town full of vampires, if they do hate garlic, selling garlic is pretty low. But maybe they have some.
There was some on the desk
Listen,
in my
we
room
have a
next to the
tracker
letter.
in the party.
There was no garlic in the room, Kiki. There was no lettuce in the room, no garlic in the room. There was just some bits of paper and other junk on there. There wasn't anything on the table. Just
Not even the key.
no. The key was to the drawer on the desk, and that opened, and there was like a pen and some paper in there.
Kiki, did you check under the bed for garlic?
I didn't check under the bed for garlic.
Well, I guess we're going to have to go back upstairs now.
Is that a good enough religion? Or
That is a good enough religion, as far as you know, from your knowledge of religion, that Mars was had no problems with Vlad Tepes. Vlad Tepes was a devout worshipper of Mars and committed many wartime acts that gained his favor. I mean, he was one of his favorites. In fact,
I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that
perhaps
angels are working with demons, having employed me as well.
perhaps vampirism was bestowed as a favor in this particular world. You don't know,
Okay.
but
Okay, that would make sense. Then.
Bloody Moloch ball. We still have, so therefore we have one advantage less than we would have if in the quote unquote real world if vampires existed.
Mhm.
Well,
so
not
that kind of sucks.
not necessarily. You know, they might have similar issues where like the river crossing and stuff like that, but we don't know. That's more of like I suppose when we get to it. Or
unfortunately, yeah, a river isn't something we can conceal in our pocket like a cross is.
I mean, yeah, true. That's true.
I disagree. Di literally has a river in her pocket.
Well,
doesn't
it's
she?
river, and also, silver is also known not just with vampires, but
Di,
with like
don't
werewolves
Hang
and
on.
the
stuff.
bottle of water thing.
Yeah,
for
Di,
magic-
you've got an endless flask of water and you
I
couldn't
do.
fill
I
your
could
own
have
bath.
filled the bath myself. Fuck. Oh my god! This whole time.
Hold on, I have a brilliant. I think I think we may have just discovered something really interesting here. I made a trade when we entered the town for some meat to see if it was good meat or not. And what did he give me in return, Trig?
he gave you a chicken and a load of meat, actually.
Yeah, but
Yes.
what was the other thing he gave me?
Trig doesn't remember. You're gonna
Can't
have to jog
remember.
his memory.
Change.
Yes,
In
change.
silver pieces.
Mm.
I have 9 silver coins.
Done.
Let's see
I
if they work.
I mean, I also have silver-coated weapons.
Yes,
That's good. That'll help.
you're missing. You're
Why
missing.
don't
The,
you
the-
just ask Sandy to hold your gun?
you are missing a very core feature there.
What, that he was holding the silver? Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that.
I thought that was the point that Uzalu was making.
That
I was like,
that
he
at
did.
least
But,
half
but
the
no,
point,
what I
yes.
think the point you're making was, is it truly silver, right? Because if
That's
he's able to
another
hold it,
potential
Oh
consideration,
god, it's
yeah.
really they're really nickel coins.
yeah, no, like he's saying it's silver, and then you go to another town and they're like, lol, this isn't silver. Like they bite on it like they do gold, and or
Right,
some
this
shit.
just represents fiat currency.
Well,
He did tell you that it was a company town. I'm just saying. So remember that company towns
currency.
they have company currency.
Trig, would
Yeah, but would
Archie
they
be
treat
able
it
to
with
discern
outsiders?
if a coin is made of
Probably
silver?
Listen, they've probably been here before humanity got settled around them, so they probably know how shit works.
Trig, also company towns would use like their own script. They wouldn't use actual coins.
Yes, I know. I was going to do a whole company script thing again. I tried it in my last D&D. It kind of fell flat a little because no one seemed to be interested in discussing fiat currency and company
And,
script.
and then
your
we immediately start
Trig.
discussing currency.
Trig,
Huh?
that was not your fault.
No.
You couldn't have guessed that the second we had a chance to play around with Marks and Spencer's tokens, someone would blow up the city.
That is,
Well,
And
that is
unfortunate.
true.
kill Marks and Spencer.
Condensed in a very short
I was
Literally
going to say
kill
that
him
is very
straight away.
inconvenient. I would say.
It was a bit of a
Can
downer.
you
Yeah.
tell I'm
Spencer's
still a bit
tastes
I
salty
think I
about
remember you
that?
coming in after you were. Wasn't that because you had a whole thing planned for it and it was just like destroyed, right?
Yes, they blew up an entire city that I'd built, things for. You'd got.
Man, this is
I
like
was
that
looking
time,
forward to
That's
getting
so
my
sad.
magic shield.
in order to thank Sargon for killing off Wendy, I found a quest giver in a basement we'd been told to execute, and I executed them.
I mean, okay, guys. So will we just go and see what happens?
Yeah,
Because I mean, if Sandy's coming with us, it's going to be quite obvious that there's maybe something going on. here.
Let's go talk to this priest guy,
plan-
shall we?
my plan to go there on the premise of holy tools and weaponry and anti-van, that's scrapped now, given what you know from your religion, old guy. So we might as well just go there and ask questions. Like, I don't have a better idea.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait,
like,
look,
be honest.
we have a
about
reason
shit,
to
you know?
go though, Zlu. That's completely innocent. We spoke to the Baron. He said, ask around town about this problem he's having, see if anyone can help
Yes.
us.
Yes.
There you
And
go.
the
then
priest
he-
would be
We
a
don't
good
need
place
to make
go
an
because
elaborate
it's a
story.
social
We
centre.
can talk to multiple people on the way. You know, we have one right here called Sandy. We could, see what's going on, what she knows about the town, what she thinks about the conflict.
Well, okay. What I want to ask is this, Sandy. How many people in the town are aware of the outsiders? Or actually, is that something you told us last time, Trig?
When you say outsiders, are you talking about yourself, or are you talking about what the Baron fears?
What the Baron fears?
Well, she's basically going to turn around to you at this point. I'm not going to do a female accent. I was thinking about doing it,
I
but
was gonna say, please don't.
Accent?
yeah, I
The
can't do it.
cadence of like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's painful.
All right, get Di to do it.
Yeah, no. She's essentially sort of says that yes, she's aware of the Baron's fears, and she's known the Reverend for many years and believes that he has always known him to be a kind and trustworthy fellow. But he certainly seems to be the only person that's possibly capable of this type of thing, other than the Baron himself. He's the Reverend is the second most powerful vampire in town. Everybody else would be just foolish to stand up against Baron.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is possibility of spook him into thinking he has to take action soon and then follow him. That's sort of a common strategy in these kinds of affairs.
Sandy, is there anyone in the town that you might suspect? Like, how often do you go in and speak to these people around here? Like, have you noticed anything off? Any shifts happening in people?
Yeah, that
recently?
bastard Shane. That bastard Shane, he was full of nice words, and he comes on, and he says these wonderful things, and he turns out to be he's just a bastard. I hate that guy.
And this is the first time we're hearing of Shane?
You heard about Shane at the end of the last episode. Shane.
I'll just ask her, who's Shane? I'm just gonna pretend like you assume I was asleep. I don't know anything.
She
about this
gives
scene.
you a roll me persuasion on that one.
Oh, okay. Persuasion.
Okay, he's just an asshole that came to town about a year ago when we were starting to set up town in the first place, and he was here to help with the factory and get things underway, and well, he found out about the vampires, and now he's a vampire, and he's just he's an asshole. I hate that guy.
So he was a human when he first came here?
Well, we were all human at one point. Yes, he was the last person to be.
And he was turned. Okay.
Turned. Mm-hmm.
Who turned him? Or is that not? Or do you not say these things here?
She
I'm not familiar with vampires. You must forgive me. I'm not familiar with like code of ethics around here or what.
looks long and hard at you, and it was decided to turn him when he found out that we were vampires.
Ah, I see. I see. Okay.
It seemed to be the safest course of action.
Okay.
I would say safest for whom, but we don't have any reason to offend her.
Yeah, we don't want
We
to.
might need her.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess off to the town we go to see any
Well-
because I don't want to put too much pressure because my persuasion.
Yeah.
Anyone who has good persuasion, I have good deception. So like we could do bad cop, good cop. I don't know. It's up to you. I can do a lot of deception rolls that I should get high in, but persuasion is not my best. So if anyone has good persuasion, they should take the lead on this.
Sure. I wanted to ask one question of her, which I'm not sure if I'm supposed to know this from last time, Trig. I may have forgotten. Apologies, but
Sure.
I wanted to know what kind of proportion of the town are aware of this outside threat.
Yeah, we don't want to just go around saying secrets.
Yeah.
She.
Because he told us to question people, right? But
Yeah.
we don't know how far to question. Like, do they know what's going on? Like, I assume everyone does, right? Or do they not?
She's like everyone that I know is loyal to the Baron. The Baron pretty much saved every single person here. We were all struggling in our lives as vampires, either
Wait, is that
struggling.
including those that are outside the wall?
And that's also not really what I asked. Perhaps I'm misunderstanding the answer, Trig.
Yep.
Sorry.
Let the poor girl finish. She's trying to give you some exposition, rather than just autistically blurt out, the exact answer.
Yeah.
She's
Sorry.
in short, or in
No,
brief.
do the exposition.
Yeah.
Do the exposition.
The Baron has saved just about everybody in the village. They were all struggling with life. They'd either been hunted out of their towns, had their properties burned down and hunted by vampire hunters, lost many of their loved ones and so on, and had decided that they didn't want to live the life of a vampire, a predator to humans anymore. The humans were getting too strong, too powerful, and life was dangerous. And the Baron had found a better way. Everybody is loyal to the humans, to the Baron, but some still long for for human blood. It is a difficult taste. It is a difficult thing to give up as a vampire, and those that can't give that up seem to be falling back into their old ways. But everybody in the town will openly say that they are loyal to the Baron. Some may not be. And those that are outside of the town that we believe are outside of the town who haven't shown their face, we have ways of knowing these things, but there seem to have been some people turned in neighboring towns and villages and who have disappeared.
Okay.
And
So they've bolstered their numbers with outsiders.
The Baron fears an army is being built up outside of the town by outsiders, young blood, essentially. Very, to put it on the nose. But
am I familiar with the Youngbloods? Like, are they ravenous as Because of course, outside of character, like usually Youngbloods are like fucking almost zombie-like with not having control and just going and being terrorists.
roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. Sorry, let me just.
I'm glad we've had someone who's read a lot of vampire romance stories and watched Twilight a lot when she was a kid.
Shut up. All right.
Oh man,
These vampires do not have silvery shiny halos around them.
No, they do not.
No.
Well, that was also never the case anyway.
These are much more old school vampires.
Yeah, I was gonna say like normal. The whole that shit was nonsense.
It was fucking awful.
The get-go.
True Blood was pretty awful, but again, you don't know too much with a roll of 11.
Yeah.
But you are familiar as a succubus. You are fairly familiar with the idea of vampires.
That's why I was curious how much I would know.
You know some basic lore, but you have spent the last 2,000-ish years as a statue.
I'll just straight up ask her with Youngblood. Do they have a mind of their own? Like, are they Or are they
They
just like pure hungry for blood? They have no thought. They just attack.
the hunger is strong with them. They don't have much self-control.
So if somebody, a human for instance, got a cut around them, would they go crazy?
If a human shed blood around a young blood, they would be turned or torn to pieces before they knew what had happened.
Okay, thank you. That was my question, just so I could understand the
But
severity of
please,
this.
if you're thinking of just cutting veins and throwing it around, that would be difficult for any of us. We
No,
haven't
I'm
tasted
aware.
blood, human blood, in a long time. Many of us still have the hunger. What we feed from sustains us, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's
You
gonna.
understand?
Yeah, if we were dealing with young bloods, they're likely going to be quite powerful if they're
Mhm.
drinking a lot.
Definitely. Uzalu, Coat, do me a perception roll, if you would, please.
Sure.
Okay, Coat. You noticed that you were getting a lot of eye contact from Sandy. She definitely seems to be far more interested in the human men in the room than anybody else. While she's talking to Atia, she's definitely looking at you and old Maximus there.
But not Cecilia. So I think there's a double whammy of factors she's interested in.
Well, I think it's your human blood, male human blood at nice age. Like it's it's no wonder, man.
But you said eye contact. You don't really look at the eyes if you want to drain someone's blood.
Yeah,
Unless you're
she's
really
certain.
creepy.
She's being polite.
Let me put it this way, Co. You would definitely suspect that she's definitely interested in some sort of fluid from you, but it might not be blood. She seems
She might just be into you.
she
though.
seems a bit on the
Yeah.
thirsty side, but
I'm just confirming from Coates' statement there, right?
mhm.
You think it's not weird at all if someone wants to drink your blood, but it's weird if they look in your eyes when they do it.
No, like what I was saying that
she's not an autist vampire.
if someone is into, if the reason they're looking at you is because they want to drink your blood, they'd probably like stare at your neck or something.
Not necessarily.
Unless they intended on draining it out of your eyes.
It depends on what they see. Like, if are they able to see? Like, you have to understand. Like,
You're looking at the
some
blood vessels
mythology.
in your eyes.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Some vampires that you can just see the veins and movement of blood, and they're just staring at you as like food, and not really caring what they're looking at.
I mean,
Okay, well he did describe eye contact, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. You had the perception, so whatever you
So
believe.
if we wanted to lure out some of those people with lesser inhibitions, with greater we could just bleed someone and see who reacts the strongest.
I mean, roll time of month.
I was gonna say if we could get our hands on someone recently turned and get some information, that would be handy. But
So
they're
Like
gonna
would be
desperate
torturing them.
No, it's not gonna be. They're listen. We have the perfect vessels here. We have human blood. We catch one of these things if they want some blood. They'll tell us what they know.
Sandy will go, well, if you want someone that's most recently turned, you're probably best bet going to talk to Shane. But I don't want anything to do with that asshole.
It's like going to an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting and offering them beer for information.
Yeah, it's like rocking up with a fucking spirit wagon. Yeah, it's like...
Well, Shane's it's just
they're trying
sorry,
to stop.
Shane is in the village, is he?
He is in the town, yeah.
He's in the town, so he's not outside the walls. So look, what I'm saying is, if we could get somebody from outside the walls who's been turned, not somebody in the walls, but even then,
you're gonna need
maybe.
to find one of those.
Right.
You
Yeah.
don't
So
know
we're
where
just
they are.
gonna have to leave. We're gonna have to just go around and see what.
I mean,
Sandy, how much should we be careful with what we say to people? Like, maybe having you around is kind of going to be a dead giveaway. That something's off.
I totally agree. What you need to do is I will point you in the right direction.
And you'll stay hidden, yeah.
And if you should need me, I will be keeping an eye on you from afar. If you need me, I will I will get to you as soon as I can.
Okay. Because like I don't know if these I assume we're dealing with creatures that will probably be able to sense things and people nearby, and going to be very cautious with us. So at least we know that. So she's not going to be right beside us. So that's But if it's good to know we have backup. If things go horribly wrong somehow and we're near death, maybe we might get rescued. Who knows? Maybe not.
She walks over to Maximus and the captain and hands you both what appears to be a little tin whistle, and she just goes, if you need me, if you're in trouble, just blow on this, and I will get to you as soon as I can.
Smoke signal faster.
You know how a whistle works. You just just blow on it.
Okay. So we probably should go to the priest first before Shane, but we could go to Shane first. It's up to you guys.
I sense it might not be the only time during this session that blow on this is used.
Probably not.
It's okay, she's a succubus. She's got experience.
Countdown to Trig having to flirt with some of the male
I'm
players.
not flirting with anyone.
I'm not. You both noticed I wasn't.
Oh. So shall we head off? Go and speak to the priest?
Mm-hmm.
We should probably have a pretense for why we're still here. What I was thinking of is we can say that we're inspecting the town on the behalf of the Colonel.
We don't. Yeah, like I said, we don't.
I mean,
have
that's
to
not.
lie.
That's not even a pretext. That's literally why we are here.
Yeah, like I said, we have a good excuse. We're going around town. We've been given permission, and some of us are. We don't know what's going on. Like we could easily. People could easily change their minds.
We're here to inspect the town, and in so doing, we're playing Among Us. But we can't let them know that we're playing Among Us. Mm-hmm. So we just say we're here to inspect the town.
Yeah, we'll see what he says when we get to him.
Yeah, so we're just trying to get the lay of the land. Essentially, and the church is a good place, a good start. So yes, let's proceed.
Okay, you head out, and Sandy will point you in the general direction of the church, and you know how to get hold of her should you need it, and you make your way into town.
And as she's pointing, does she put her hand on our shoulder, on our back? Plenty of bodily contact.
No, she's not a complete thought, but she's
probably very careful of staying away. Probably
she has made a she's very, very good at making sure that whatever way she stands, she makes the most of her curves and is generally sort of pointing them in your general direction while she's doing that. But
she's like one of those people where if she had a camera, it would be angled from above.
Yeah, ish. But they're usually fat chicks. She is definitely not fat. She's a strong size 8, maybe 6, maybe an 8.
More like a girl that goes over to you at a bar and like drops her tits like on the chair and be like, oh, that drink looks nice.
No, she's more classy than that. She's a classy lass. She's wearing
classy lass.
Yeah, she's wearing real tiger. She's wearing real tiger skin. What do you want from her?
It depends on the environment, Trig.
You're not going to do that in a size 8 anyway, unless you're like melons on a telegraph pole.
Some women, man.
She is a bit melons on a telegraph pole. I will say that. But
darkness envelops me.
Let's get the Baron off there and his entourage of townsfolk. Are you on that screen? You're not on that screen, Di. I will put you.
Darkness.
Put you on the screen.
Oh my god.
Okay. So let's the Reverend of that, but it is, even though it is early in the morning, it's about 9-10 o'clock-ish. There are people moving around town, which is slightly surprising considering it is a town full of vampires. But once again, they're all wearing big hats, sunglasses, A lot of makeup, a lot of clothing, gloves, boots, etc. Not a lot of skin to be seen. Not an ankle or a bit of thigh to be seen anywhere. Even though the women seem to be very attractive.
So, do I have any child's blood left?
I don't know. Do you have any child's blood left?
Any virgin blood, you mean? I mean, it doesn't have to be a child to be a virgin blood.
You
You
were
know?
using that for potions
For
and spells and
potions, yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I used most of it to
She
make
drained like 2
health
children for
potions.
it, though. So
Yeah.
I think that's like a decent amount.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
When did that happen?
That was back in
When you were building the boat.
the port town.
Okay, right.
Yeah, she found a couple of dead children and drained their blood before
Yeah,
throwing
she
the
didn't kill
bodies
them
on the pile.
herself. She found
Yeah.
them dead. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wait, how did they die?
They died in the raid that happened the night before.
Yeah.
In which case, you can't really rely on it being virgin blood.
You can't rely on it being virgin blood, and it is very definitely dead blood as well.
Well, yeah, that's why she took it from children to see, but you can never know. In this
They
world.
died in a
Okay,
raid.
Yeah, that's something you never know.
As we come out of our building on the way over to the church, I'm just going to spill a little and then carry
Oh my
on.
God.
Okay, you spilling a little on the floor near to these
I've seen nothing.
these vampires that are wandering around.
Oh,
Okay, you do it fairly obviously, and vampires being who they are, they do see you doing that. You don't realize they've seen you do it, but they have seen you do it. Roll me a perception check as well. With that. Okay, you don't really notice them doing anything. Does anybody else want to roll a perception? You can all do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say surely we'd notice
Yeah.
some change.
Yeah.
I'm blind as always.
Yep.
I'm looking at the sky thinking, what a beautiful
18.
day.
Okay, well, once again, it is the
Coat and
uzalu saving the day there. You notice that at least a couple of them sniff the air and pull a kind of disgusted face, as if they've it's as if you just run into the room and farted next to them and run off. They're pulling that kind of a face.
Oh
I
god,
mean,
they're
they
vegan.
like
Oh,
their
yeah.
fresh. They like their fresh blood, like
Oh,
it's-
I know.
This-
It's like you went into the room and dumped some blood on the floor.
It's what, several weeks old now. Probably
it's
a bit
about
on the
week, yeah.
No, you've had an entire boat journey down the coast, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
and then a journey by horse for a week at least. It's
Oh god, it was before that, wasn't it? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, this stuff's gonna be rank and lumpy.
yeah,
depends if you've looked after.
you've
it
just
correctly, but
basically
yeah.
run over and shat on a dining plate and in a diner and expected people to go, I'm really hungry.
You might as well have just cut uzalu. It would have had a better tell, because at least it would be fresh blood.
Or cut yourself rather than assaulting one of your
Yeah.
teammates.
Or that. Well, because the thing is, I don't think her blood would be good enough. That's why I said that.
Why not?
Because she's tainted.
I mean, she's human.
You mean tainted?
You're destined to become a demon the second you die.
Yeah.
Asian, dude. Come on.
The second you die, you're gonna be a demon. So I mean, you're probably pretty corrupt.
You are literally at ginger level, no soul.
Mm-hmm.
I have a soul. I've just put it to use,
you just
unlike most people.
Totally sold it.
You've put your soul to work like those farm equipment we sold and bought earlier.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you mean the farm equipment she sold the souls of?
Yeah.
She's worked herself up the ladder, to be fair, with these deals.
So, you can pretty much at that point write off any more of that blood, because what happens is a congealed lump of red goo and slime just sort of fell out and splattered on the floor, in one big lump.
God, what? Jesus.
Well, are there any bins around? I'm just gonna put the rest of it in a bin.
I suppose if you look around, you could find a bin. It's not really the sort of place that has utility services and so on. It being a private company town. Taxes are at a very
you never know.
minimum.
You might need, like, rancid human virgin blood at some point.
I'm not gonna need rancid blood. I can get some fresh. Fine.
You never know. There might be a potion out there that'd be like specifically asking for rancid virgin blood.
Unaged blood.
And it's not even been kept in refrigerated.
Thing is, you say that, but I guarantee there's a spell out there that'll ask for something like that.
I mean,
It's
been
kinda like
kept in a
cheese,
bag
you
of
know?
Holding, but
Things. To be fair, do things perish in a bag of holding?
Bag of holding is extra plain existence, but you don't suffocate immediately in a bag of holding.
No, but yeah, I was gonna say, but like, would human blood go stale in a bag of holding?
As far as I know, it's pretty much the same as leaving it in a bag.
Yeah, that's gonna say. I can.
I don't know, because I thought the bag of holding could make it so that food doesn't perish either.
Does it? I haven't heard of that anyway.
You might need to check it up, 'cause I don't know.
The freezer bag of holding.
Right? But the whole thing is that you can't put too much in there, right?
I mean, doesn't the Colonel have like freezer trucks of holding?
The Colonel does, but they're a little bit
Yeah,
bit
'cause
more
I
advanced, shall we
swear,
say?
yeah, we had this talk because of the bag of holding mechanic with his stuff as well. You can easily look it up either way.
Yeah, you can
Fine, it's
can
done
It's just
guarantee.
it was just a question I wanted to ask.
It's essentially it's an extra planar sort of existence, and in that sort of area of existence, if it's a truck, there's nothing to stop someone from going in there and slapping a big old block of ice in there and then packing the chickens around it. You don't know. All you know is that the Colonel is happy to use these trucks of holding for transporting mass dead livestock carcass, and it's fine. But your bag of holding, you've not tried it, but
We'd have to do some testings with it at some point, maybe.
Well, all
We'll
you
see.
know is the blood you just splattered out on the floor looked more like a gelatin. It looked like a really bad cross between a raspberry blancmange and a strawberry jelly. Lumpy bits.
Blancmange.
Blancmange is a very English thing. It is. It's like a flavored custardy type of crap. It's disgusting.
Well, at least you
They're
admit
gonna
something that sounds really French as
Kiki,
English.
they're gonna treat us like unwanted refugees now.
Is there such thing as wanted
we-
refugees?
No, but like, you know what I mean? We're walking down the street throwing litter. Like, we were gonna ask them fucking
putting
questions,
it
and
in
now
a
they're just gonna
bin.
be like, "Oh, look at these fucking." Ugh.
I'm putting it in a bin, Di.
After spilling it on the floor.
Yeah, I think Di's right on this. You kind of really ruined the first impressions here, Kiki.
You know what? To be fair, they shouldn't judge the rest of us.
I'm
because
gonna
we're
point. I'm gonna
walking
point.
ahead.
You know what? I'm gonna point at you and say, you should clean that up.
Can't you like create water to clean it up?
Me? I can control water.
No, Di. Sorry.
I can.
The gourd is not worth this.
What, has it got limited use or something?
No.
No, I will literally. These poor people they will hate us if I use that thing.
I think they really do.
It's a very slow-term doomsday device.
It might actually kill him. It might wipe off the fucking thing in the sun.
comes
Get
You
out.
know
out
it
as
has
like
different modes. You don't have to do I want Niagara Falls every time.
Yeah, it had
but
the
like
3 different power levels.
That's right.
Yeah, but you always go full max, man.
Well, not if
no,
you're just like, I'm kind of thirsty.
No, Di, don't you know the movie?
I'm not cleaning up someone else's fucking litter.
You
okay?
never go full retard. Okay.
You can't help it. She only has 2 modes.
True.
Well, which way is the church?
The church is as you're walking down. It is just there on your right on the screen, but it will be on your left as you're walking down. It is this big building right here.
Okay.
You would know that there are certain sort of religious symbols in the windows and on the door, and everybody else yesterday saw the Reverend standing outside of it.
As I'm walking down, do I notice everyone looking at us, or are they just milling about doing their own stuff?
Actually, they are. Roll me another perception check on this one.
Okay. Sorry.
As you're asking that. No, you.
I'm telling you.
They're just people. You're not really sure if they're vampires or not, even though people have told
I
you.
can't tell if they're looking at me, even if I'm staring right at them.
No,
That's how blind
you've
I am.
no idea. You're absolutely fucking oblivious. You're actually what you are is
La-di-da.
you're taken in by how beautiful this town is, considering it's
very nice
only a very recently built town.
To be fair, I was put in a nice room with a bath, like the cobblestone pathway, maybe. Everything's really pretty, guys. Like this
Yeah,
is. I'm
bath
just
that
gonna
didn't
continue
work.
on admiring the whole place.
Yeah, I was gonna say the bath only worked because you had magic.
It still had a bath.
Shall we go into Churchy building? Which, interestingly, has
So
a
do you
river
see
running
anyone
around
that
it.
you would like to talk to before we go and confront the dude? Do we want to talk to the locals, see what they have to say about stuff,
No.
or would that?
No, let's
I don't
go.
think
Let's go
so.
talk to the priest.
Okay, well.
Also, am I the only one noticing there's like little rivers all around this town?
It's essentially
I wasn't sure if that
Rivers?
was like. I think if that was just the map.
it's sewage works essentially.
Is it
of-
running water though?
It's running.
Huh, so they've got sewers, but no taps on their baths.
Yeah. Didn't say they didn't have taps
They have
in the
open air
houses.
sewers.
Do they even pass? Like, do they shit? They're vampires.
They eat food.
They probably just
Do
so-
they
Weird.
eat food?
They drink blood.
Yeah, they drink blood.
That's a type of food.
I mean, you could ask one of them.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
never
go on.
really gone into in a lot of media.
All right, I'll go up to this person and ask them. Go on.
No. I'm just like curious. There's something that hit me here. Like, would
If you're
vampires
curious,
need?
why don't you ask
No,
them?
would vampires really need a sewage system? Like, do they actually like?
Well, given that that seems their primary export is meat, i.e., slaughterhouses, they probably would need a sewage
Yeah,
system.
for the animals. Yeah. That's probably that would.
Anyway,
make sense.
shall we go inside instead of
Standing
thinking
outside,
about
yelling about
the
sewers.
logistics of a vampire
I'm
village?
I'm just admiring the village. Like what a beautiful little town. I say out loud
Doing-
as I'm walking over.
I'm going to repeat to
And the
Kiki
guy
that
next to
she
you
should
was
really
says,
clean that up.
"Morning. Thank you for
Yeah,
enjoying our town.
Oh,
the rain
good
will
morning.
fix it.
Morning."
It'll nourish the plants here.
What?
What?
This town is probably one of the nicest ones I've seen around.
Well, why? Thank you. It's our pride and joy. You're friends of the Baron. Am I right? I saw you. You guys, you people arrived yesterday.
Yeah. He's been very nice to us. Let
Oh,
us stay up because we had no place to stay for the day. For
Yeah.
the night.
you're here to buy some meat. Yes, question me?
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Yes.
Well, you can always go down to the meat processing facility, or I'm sure you're doing your business with the Baron anyway. But yeah, enjoy
I'm
our
not, I'm
town.
not too familiar with the town. Where is the meat processing place? Could
It
you point
is
me in the
just
direction?
at the southern end of the town.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I'll continue on. So I'll look and I'll towards where he pointed and be like, okay, and nod to myself about going down there after we've finished this.
Okay. I mean, Archie, you're at the front door of the chapel. Church.
Yes. Is the door open? Is it locked?
It is. Are you trying the door?
If it is closed, I guess I will
it
knock
is-
on the knocker if it has one.
It is closed. Yes, you can knock on the knocker. You give it what? 3, 4, 5?
3.
3 loud taps. It's a big cast iron ring on a hinge.
Nice olden time.
Well, yeah, in those days they called it modern, but yes.
I mean, we still have these.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
No, this was a brand new invention. Before last year, they didn't have knockers on their doors, and
They're
yet
still the
shout.
best way, by the way.
they
They're
are.
so loud.
Yes, I mean it's a big old sturdy old oak door as well. It gives a good old thwack 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 sound.
I think it's
Um,
much better than the ding dong doon that people have.
Oh, I know. That answers half the time.
The nice boom 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 sound is always better.
Yes. Sounds like the police are at the door.
I know,
Oh, that's a
right?
good second set of knockers.
Fuck you, Uzalu.
Yeah. You hit nothing for the 10, 15, 20 seconds. You want to knock again?
If Di's coming up the stairs, she seems to have a knack for opening heavy doors, so I step back and let her have a go at it.
I push open the door.
Are you going to break the door open?
No, I'm just gonna push it open.
The door is locked.
Okay, it's locked. Oh well, I'll walk back here and I'll ask this lovely townsfolk. Is the priest not in today?
Priest? You mean the Reverend?
Sorry, the Reverend.
He should be about somewhere about these times. It's the church isn't usually open until the evening.
Oh, okay. What time in the evening does it open?
Usually about sundown time. The Reverend prefers
Okay.
those sorts of times. No, he's not so much of a day person as some of us. You understand? He gives you
yes.
a knowing look and a bit of a wink.
I'll give him a smile. It's like, yes, silly me. So forgive me.
They don't like to be reminded. You know, they're trying to put on a good front that they're.
Yeah. I poor me being like, why isn't he out here? So silly me.
Any of the windows open?
The windows are all shuttered.
I bet they're careful about like getting into places. Who would have thought, guys?
Uh-huh.
I'll inform Maximus of the issue. It looks like the Reverend is not in at the moment. Starts, as the lovely townsperson just said, starts sundown, of course. Silly me.
Does the church have a belfry?
Doesn't seem to have a spire or a belfry of any sort. No.
Are you gonna make a joke about bats in the belfry?
No, I was just thinking if there was a belfry, maybe we need to get in and open the lock on the inside for us.
I mean, we could go down and see the processing plant. See what if as the townsfolk said that it's down this way, or we could try and go to that other guy. I'm not going to say his name out loud because we're listening.
Oh
my god, there's a named NPC.
There is a named NPC. Suddenly has turned up behind you, Archie, and is just tapping you on the shoulder. He seems to have come out of nowhere and moved very silently towards you and goes, "Excuse me, can I help you people?" Looks around at
Well, that depends on who you are.
I'm
He seems kind of irrelevant. I think we should ignore him.
You can call me. He gives you a slightly sly looking smile. And he goes, "People around here call me Shane. Pleased to meet you." He offers you a gloved hand to shake.
I offer him a gloved hand in return.
Does he have no hat on?
He does have a hat on. It's just the model doesn't, because if I stuck hats on everyone, they would all look the same.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Silly me. Of course, you need to see his long hair.
Yeah, you can use it.
His long black hair.
You know what? Long black hair and purple clothing seems to be a theme around here amongst some people. I don't know. Fucking goths.
Silly, of course.
Wait, does this mean that Archie's current attire makes him fit right in here?
Sorry, what tire?
Archie's current dress, it would make him fit in right around here, wouldn't it?
I guess. What is Archie's current dress?
See profile picture.
See profile. That's great. Wonderful.
God, that's so.
It's just at the bottom of your screen, Trig.
I have my everyone condensed.
Oh yeah, I have that condensed as well.
Yeah.
I
didn't know you could do that. Bloody hell.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, pretty much actually. The dark trench coat, the sunglasses, not bad. Yeah, pretty standard attire for some of the people around here. Yeah.
So ask them, I guess, what what we can do for him and what he can do for us.
Do we see this Shane person, by the way? Me and Uzalu from where we're
Yes,
standing.
well, you were knocking on the Reverend's door here. I won't find him around at the moment. Just thought I'd come see what the commotion was. You're
Okay.
you're new in town, aren't you? How are you finding our lovely little?
That's quite a fascinating place. Fewer people than I thought there might be, given the amount of buildings here. But
Oh, there's
yes,
plenty of folk around. They just not everybody likes to come out during the day. The sun's a bit on the hot side. It's it's more pleasant in the evening, and plus it's a work day, and people are at work. Factory isn't
I'm
going to
sorry,
run itself.
I didn't quite catch your name.
Oh, I thought I said it. My name's Shane.
Oh, Shane. I think I remember hearing that name mentioned before.
Oh, really?
Something about being a trader, is that right?
Trader? No, I'm not a trader. I prefer the term technical advisor. I help out and help set up the plant facilities. We're the biggest meat processing plant around here. We supply chicken, well, hopefully all up and down the East Coast. Maybe other meats too. Things are looking up. Big business. I imagine meat is going to be mighty popular in this here growing nation of ours.
It is the best food.
That it is. Well,
Hey,
Did
Atia,
you say
were
you
we
worked at the
interested in seeing
plant?
those processing plants?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do you work at the plant?
yeah, it's just lots of chickens and a few cows and pigs and a slaughtering facility and we
We were gonna head down there to see, because we were hoping to collect some meat while we're here.
not really the place to collect the meat. That's really the place for processing it and preparing it for.
Oh, sorry, it was one of the townsfolk said I should go down and see it. That's why I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, really? Who's that?
I didn't catch his name.
Oh, okay. No, we don't really usually like visitors there. I'll be perfectly honest. Most people don't like the sight of animals being slaughtered and the blood and everything else that happens there. It tends to turn people off. City folk can be a bit squeamish about these things. Some people don't like the sight of a lot of blood. He
I mean,
smiles.
do we look
He
like?
smiles to himself slightly as he says that.
I assure you, we are no simple city folk. We've
No.
seen plenty on our travels.
Oh, I can tell. Interesting dog you have. Interesting
Why,
owl.
thank you. His name's Fluffy.
Wait.
He's looking at Sparky at the
I
time.
was gonna say.
So he reaches down and goes, "Oh, hello there, Fluffy," and pats
Well-
Sparky on the top of the head.
Sparky seems to enjoy the petting, but kind of makes like a square sine wave type of growl.
Mark,
And
Mark,
the wrong
Mark,
name.
Mark.
Basically.
You should have called him K9.
You should. Are you?
Exterminate.
He looks up at you, Archie, and he goes, "Are you familiar? Are you familiar with one of those electrolyzer fellows? I ran into them a little while back. They enjoy wind-up toys like this."
Archie's eyes narrow a bit
electrolyzers.
and he says, "Yes, we have had the misfortune of coming across them on an occasion or two."
Interesting folk. Not friends of yours, I
Interesting
take
is,
it.
No, they have certain agendas that I don't quite agree with. At least not right now.
We killed a lot of them.
We don't know that we killed them.
Yeah, we do.
You hid everything behind trees. We don't actually know
Listen,
what happened.
listen. We don't need to talk about killing. Okay, let's we're here for meat, right? It's just head off.
Are you saying we should have used the electrolyzers for meat?
I'm, you know.
It's an option.
You never know, man.
Probably would have tasted a bit tangy with all that electricity.
So what brings you fine fellows to a town like this then? I mean, I hear
Funny
you.
you mentioned your profession, chicken.
Oh, I'm a
is what brings
technical
us here.
advisor. But chicken, okay. Okay, you discussing that with the Baron last night, I assume.
Yes,
Indeed.
we're trying to get chicken moving, which is why we were going to go down to the plant.
Oh, you want to inspect the... Well, trust me, we can supply you with any amount of chicken.
Yes, but it's always good to see where it comes from with our own eyes. We just want to.
You want to make sure it's slaughtered in the right way, is it?
Yes, we just got to make sure it's got a rabbi, and he's cutting it at the right place.
People are very finicky with these kind of things.
Only religious person around these parts is the good Reverend. Well, of course, we're all good, God-fearing folk around here, but the Reverend takes care of our spiritual needs. We don't need
Yeah, which is why we wanted to
any
have a
other
chat.
kind of worship going on around. But I'll certainly tell the Reverend you popped by.
Can I roll an insight on that?
An insight on what? On any particular part of it?
Certainly no type of other worship.
He's given a
going
very
on
weird vibe, right, with how he's speaking.
Yeah.
Like, can I roll perception as well?
You can roll perception or you can roll insight.
Actually, my perception rolls are pretty shit.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's a pretty shit roll there from Archie as well. Archie is...
Yeah, that was actually not even the correct roll. I don't have +8.
No, you have the insight and yeah. Okay.
Kiki.
Kiki's the only one there that isn't clearly just massively autistic and doesn't pick up on.
I hear
social cue.
nothing odd at all.
Kiki,
apparently.
as far as you're concerned, this guy is the word smarm and smarmy twat and run through your head. He's clearly an attractive looking guy, and he seems to be the sort of guy that would have probably slid up to you in a bar and tried to buy you drinks and slipped you his hotel room key whilst within the first 5 minutes of a conversation. He drips in with quiet confidence or no, he's a smarmy twat basically, but he's someone that probably does okay for himself around the easily led. Yeah, he gives you the screaming heebie-jeebies. Would be another good way of putting it.
I feel like we've been bumping into a lot of people here who are
slimy,
just telling us what we want, what we should know. What they want us to know. Maybe.
Are you saying this out loud to him?
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
this guy here can actually, on the down low, give us the real scoop about this place.
Oh, he gets a very
We're going just straight for it.
a kind of grin on his face, and he goes, "What kind of lowdown were you talking about?" I know all sorts of things. I like to keep myself abreast of the local goings on.
And as he says abreast, he glances over at Dai's breasts.
There was definite emphasis on the word breast as he says it. Yes.
Perhaps we should all go somewhere quiet, and you can tell us what the rumors are around here at the moment. What's going on with this place?
Tell you what. Walk with me, and we won't go to the plant because there's nowhere quiet around here, and well, the saying, the walls have ears. Well, everyone around here has ears. Everyone around here seems to be able to hear just about everything that anyone says. So, but if you wanna take a walk with me, I'm happily fill you in.
Okay.
He says and raises an eyebrow, looking you straight in the eyes, Cecilia, and glances over at Atia, and as he does, he has a slightly wry smile. Atia, of course, doesn't pick up on the fact that he's making massive innuendo.
Dude, I'm such a shit succubus, man. Like I just don't notice anything.
You visual cue. You're literally a massive autist succubus that just sits there and is like, I don't know. People say things
randomly.
like
I'd be just like, hey, wanna fuck?
I'm watching train documentaries.
My pickup line, hey, wanna fuck? Most guys just go along with it.
Oh, okay.
You don't really need to be that socially competent if you're a reasonably attractive woman.
Yeah,
It's literally
she's a
that, isn't it?
succubus, right? This is what I'm saying. Why try when you can just be like, hey, want to come back here for a sec? But yes, let's lead the way, Shane. We shall follow.
Okay. Come this way. Let me just bring up the. Where shall we take you? To himself. This sounds like a good map. Why don't we use
Is there booze where we're going by chance?
No.
Oh.
In fact, where you find yourself is basically a deserted part of town. You head over to the west of town. Sorry, the east of town, away from the main gates, away from the plant, and find yourself in what looks like a kind of storage. It's like how to describe it? It's as if a fair or a fete or a market were about to be held there, but there's nobody there at the present moment.
Okay. I assume we're not supposed to see anything yet, right?
I'm just populating.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
There you go. How's that?
I mean, I see things, yeah.
Yeah.
I see stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, look, a swordfish died.
Sorry, the map was just all pixelated for a second. Okay.
Before we start talking, Archie's going to pick up a pebble and use magic tinkering so it gives off some background noise to drown out anyone trying to listen in.
Oh,
By the way,
okay.
Trig, that's not fluffy.
That is not fluffy.
That's Artia.
That is the other doggo. Yes.
Well, so
that is my other
where's
form.
other doggo?
There's one wolf within me.
White girls, eh?
We are missing one doggo. There he is. Most important doggo.
Right.
You
Okay.
realise that's going to get clipped now, right, Dane?
It's the meme. It's the two wolf meme. Oh, guys.
How many wolves are inside you?
Do you not know the meme?
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Of course we know.
I don't think I want to know.
I just referenced it, though.
Okay, good. So you said you're doing that thing is?
So okay, what thing is that, and how do you do it? And just show me the cantrip or what? Oh, it's
I'm trying to make it appear in chat. Hang on.
okay, that's
Oh,
a
good
magical
God.
Oh my God.
tinkering. You've learned how to invest a small spark of magic into mundane objects. You use this ability, you must have thieves' tools or artisan's tools at hand. Touch a tiny non-magical object as an action, and give one of the following magical properties. Yeah, okay, you can make a stone make a noise if you like.
I was thinking elevator music, but
elevator music.
that's close
Okay, okay. Shane perks his ears up and looks over to you and is like, music?
it'll make it
Whoever.
harder for any ears to listen in from a distance.
Great idea. May I see this little trinket? This is the
I hand him the pebble that I just picked up off the road.
He's looking at it here. Looks like any normal pebble. And yet, music. This is
And
marvelous.
then
Do you know how much
suddenly-
money you could make selling these? This could make you hundreds of dollars. This is
Then
fantastic.
everyone would know about it, and it wouldn't be a surprise to people, would it?
Yes, but hundreds of dollars. You could buy towns with this type of technology. I mean, you can
Huh.
literally a musical thing that you can walk around with in your pocket and play music to you yourself and your surround. What a fantastic idea! What a fantastic object! Tell me, how
I
do
shall
you do
call it
this?
the iRock.
The eye rock. Oh my god.
Really? I did like the walk
The rock
music,
and roll.
the rock
The eye
and
rock. I hate how much that sounds like it's something to eye rock. Oh,
All
it
right, so
plays
I wasn't
music.
sure. I wasn't sure about executing Ayres before, but now he's on the path towards becoming Steve Jobs, and I think the answer's been made for us.
somewhere between Sony Walkman and Steve Jobs. Yeah, it's got to go.
No,
But
no.
just everyone in the
He's
party looks at him and just be like, "When the money?"
just before he launches the
I mean,
product, he's going to be named
alright.
to the Zune.
You know what?
Zoom.
Since Shane is so interested in it,
Hmm?
and he thinks it's worth $100, I say to him, well, since you're the one who realised the potential, I'll sell it to you at a discount.
You'll tell me how to make these?
No, trade secret, but I'll sell you one if you want.
I'm not interested in one. I'm interested in making them. I've got one in my hand. He smiles.
Well, you can keep that one if you want.
Oh, thank you very much. So yes, anyway, you wanted to get the lowdown on the town.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
Tell me, Shane, what do you think of the Baron?
the Baron's a wise and powerful man. He's a man of vision. Sometimes short-sighted vision, but vision nonetheless. He's created a very nice little town here. He's got some very nice little ideas, and that's going to make him a very nice little life for him in the town.
Well, I take it by your tone, you don't think that's good enough.
Oh, this is a land of opportunities. There's a whole world up for grabs at the moment, and I don't know. Sometimes I think the Baron is stuck in the old ways, and afraid of what he could do and what the opportunities are there are in the world. But I'm not as old and as wise as him. Maybe I'm misguided, but
How long have you been in the town?
I came to the town about a year ago.
Okay.
They brought me in as a technical advisor to the plant. These guys, they've got money, they've got aspirations, but they're not really together with modern processes and technologies and so on. Meaning they wanted somebody who was a bit more up to date with modernity.
Okay.
you know, we
Can you believe
kind
these
of
guys
got a
hadn't even
similar-
seen a gun until a year ago?
He says to
You know-
us, right? Like,
Smiles to himself as he, you know.
I'll just like, haha. I'll just laugh
you
along.
know, we kind of
That
got the
actually does
same
make sense to me.
I mean, maybe we can help each other. You know, maybe we'll give you the knowledge of how to make these things. You can work your way up, do some of the legwork for this, but get yourself invested. But in return, you know, we're not keen on this Baron going. Maybe you can help us dig up some dirt on him.
You want to dig up some dirt? Well, you might need to go under his mansion for that. What kind of dirt were
Under
you
the
looking
mansion?
What a pun.
for? Well, that's where you're gonna find the dirt, right? What sort of dirt were you interested
You see, you said
Alright.
you're a technical advisor for this place, yeah? Well, word on the street is that it's not pumping out like it used to, and the Baron's at fault for that.
No.
We could use someone new up top.
The plant is at maximum. Is at the biggest capacity it's been for forever. They're running just fine at the moment. Word on the street's
somehow-
wrong on that front. Sorry. You know,
Well, somehow it's not reaching the places it should.
is it not?
Maybe
I mean, literally, this is me, DM, questioning. Is it not?
yeah,
Are you sure?
The whole point
You
was that
told
we were
us-
sent here, right?
we were sent here because
Yeah.
he wasn't getting his chicken shipment.
No, he was getting his chicken shipments. He had heard that there may be a problem with them in the future.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
I thought when we spoke to the Baron said that the shipments were getting intercepted.
There's definitely been miscommunication happening because
No.
I also thought that was the case.
No, the
Yep.
the
All
chicken.
of us thought this, Trig.
The colonel was told you to go and check there because he was afraid that the supply might be in jeopardy. Chicken
I
shipments?
thought we were being sent here to figure out what was stopping the shipments from
Yeah.
getting to him.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
was said last time.
No, that's not what was said.
Oh, that's
Bro?
what we all thought.
Bro, Trig, you're gaslighting the whole party right now.
No,
Trig,
I-
stop Nelson Mandelaing this.
I don't care what you think. I know I've got notes on this thing. No, the
We have video evidence.
the
Let's
shipment.
go back.
Yes, sure.
The notes might be wrong.
The shipments are in jeopardy by the rumors of there being, essentially an overthrow going off. Not that the shipments haven't been getting there.
Right. Well then, these rumors are they could
Everyone
do a
just
lot of
looks
harm.
confused. I think everyone right now is
Yeah.
confused after this, huh?
These rumors could do a lot of harm. Maybe someone else in charge would be able to calm things down a little.
Eh?
I mean, I don't know why we're beating around the bush here because, like, you did say that you thought the Baron. We've come out here, so nobody can hear us.
Uh-huh.
He's made it that he thinks the Baron is lacking on certain things, and I'm more curious to hear what he thinks he can do better for this shipment and how we can grow this.
You know what? You're right. We should stop beating about the bush. We don't like this Baron guy. We've heard nasty
I
stuff
mean-
about him. We've heard there's some plans that might be going down to
Uh-huh.
help get him replaced, and we want in.
Uh-huh.
Listen, we just want we want the shipment to keep coming and coming in more drive than ever. So whoever can do that,
I would like you to roll me a deception check on that one, Kiki.
All right.
Well,
Oh,
because Kiki's doing the talking on this one at this point.
I mean, it's not
could we
awful.
be? Can we be help? Can us help with this?
Kiki's been doing the talking on this particular bit at the moment. That's Kiki.
Okay.
You've got to. You're trying to convince him essentially, and not flash up his bullshit alarms.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Oh, you get this straight. You turn up yesterday. Spend an evening talking with the Baron. And here you were today asking me to overthrow the guy that runs the town.
No, not overthrow. I'll step in. I don't know.
Not.
We're what we want is chicken.
I mean,
Shane, we want chicken,
I'm-
and whoever can give us the most chicken, that's all we care about.
No, he's right. He's right. We've turned up, we've chatted with the Baron for a day, and all of a sudden we're against him. But yes,
No,
we've
I'm
been sent-
I'm
we-
more
we've been
curious.
sent-
What?
No,
We've
I'm
been
more.
sent
Oh
here.
my god.
We've heard
I'm
the
with
rumors.
Dion selling out
Ki-
Kiki on this one. There's
No,
no
I'm
reason for
gonna
us to do this.
continue to interrupt Kiki because this is just not where we came here to talk with him. I'm going to be saying this out. We've come here to have this conversation. We've made it so that hopefully nobody's hearing us here because he has more idea of how to expand this business. He's even talked about how he has plans, and he is the brains of the plantation. Which, by the way, I still would like to see the plantation, Shane, because this is just about meat production. I'm very
Mhm.
curious on how you can make this better. How we can get more chicken. You had ideas and I'd like to hear them. What is the Baron not doing that you think you can do better? Because you said you had the brain, so I'm just curious.
Let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
Something's got you spooked about the Baron. Now, I have to ask myself, what could that be? You've come to a nice little town, spent an evening with the Baron, who I know to be a good and congenial host. All of a sudden, here you are, saying all these things. Is there something that you know that I need to know? There's something
We're just
about this
talking
town
business.
that's unusual. I'm just trying to work out what. Did something happen?
Hold on. Does he not know we know he's a vampire? This sounds out of character.
Oh. As far as
Sorry,
he's.
I was under the impression that almost like it was.
Thought it was kind of
like,
open.
Yeah, so
No,
I was
no,
under
no.
the impression
Wait,
everyone in
no.
the town kind of knew we knew.
Right, okay. Everybody in the town is desperately trying to put on a brave face that they're normal. Yeah, it is a secret. This was fairly heavily sort of hinted at last week or the last session.
Which is why we're paying it
Shane
closer.
has never met you before, and as a result, he is treating you
Okay.
as strangers that have turned up one day and spent an evening talking business with the Baron. He doesn't know.
Yeah, but I thought they can
Look.
tell. I thought they're capable of identifying demons.
Oh, he's pretty. He would be able to tell that that Dai is not a human.
Yeah, didn't he,
He's already
so I'm
pointed out
curious.
that there's
So
a.
we already know that we're walking around with a demon.
And he already knows there's a robotic dog there. But
So I'm gonna give him a confused look because that's what my character's feeling right now,
okay,
and I'll give him a little be like, I am aware of what you are, Shane.
The demon, you empire.
I'll
know.
just straight up and say like I'm aware of what you are, Shane.
what I am?
Vampire.
Well, I thought that wouldn't be a problem for a demon like you.
But yeah, that's why I'm confused. What?
I mean, here you are with humans. I thought you were a friend
And
of the
they're
humans.
they're like hardly really,
We're all friends with humans. We want to live peacefully and cohabit with humans, don't we?
It's not natural.
I'll give him a grin
What?
in return.
Kiki, you're human.
Yeah. I'll give him a grin. I'll give him a grin in
starting to
return
feel
and
like
and say, of course.
I feel like the next PvP is us killing Kiki.
I'll
If you
just give
strike
him
her down, she will only come back stronger than
dude,
before.
she can't even sold her soul. We're fucked, bro.
Well, the first time she'll come back
And she'll
stronger,
come
but the
back
second
more
time she'll.
vindictive.
Yeah, but the second time we strike her down, she'll have actually been a demon who was just slain.
Uh-huh.
But she'll come back again.
Yeah, but not stronger.
No,
I don't think demons get rewarded for losing.
no, they
You
don't.
know, true. That is true. I feel, but it's like to be called a demon like such a is like it's a bad thing. Jeez.
Okay, so
It definitionally is evil.
Hey,
what is?
I'm all right. I say to Coates' character.
Shane just sort of looks on at amusement whilst you guys squabble for a bit. observes the rock. This kind of music, what type of music do you call this? Is this, we could call it rock music, I guess.
Elevator music has rock music in this world. That's hilarious.
I mean, it's a rock and roll, I guess.
Oh, that's so sad. This universe is so sad, dude.
Elevator music.
Fucking rock and roll is elevator music. Oh. That's so funny.
He looks up.
If he hadn't suggested a name, Archie would have said some procedural algorithmic equation.
But I'll respond to what he said. I'll give him a grin, as I said earlier, and say, "Of course we are."
Okay.
You know?
I mean, my ideas would be to expand business, to be closer to the central hubs of industry and commerce and population, and to sell to franchised organizations that can sell our product widely, and we would sell it as.
My God, it's almost like we have such a thing.
I would make sure that our competitors, we would find who was a competitor to us, find other chicken farms, and we would buy them. Did you want to know what I would do? We would buy our competition, and we would consume and just become the sole provider of chicken and meat products.
Can I make a perception roll for small hats?
And was the Baron against this idea? This seems like a
Baron
decent
at
idea.
the moment just wants to. As you know who we are and what we are, the Baron doesn't think it's a good idea that people of our tastes should be near to cities because of the potential for relapse.
Oh, right. God, I keep unironically, I suppose it's good in character. I keep forgetting that is an issue.
What?
Because them being near humans, as vampires and all that, I can get, where the issue is, but like I just keep forgetting that that's an act.
Yeah, that's what I mean. How do you forget that?
I mean, I'm a demon,
You see, what I would do is I would keep the town as is, and I would employ humans to run plants elsewhere. I'd make a central city or town, all for us, and yeah, I would employ others elsewhere. Franchise the operation out. Make lots of many similar operations. And
what would you do though if a human found out?
Do what they did to me. I would give them the choice they gave me.
Which I assume is either die or be turned.
You catch on quick. Yeah, die or be turned.
I mean, I guess that is a risk, but I mean...
I don't know. Once my eyes were opened to the real possibilities, I came around to the idea pretty quickly.
Yeah, no, I can see it. I can see it. We are definitely in a predicament, huh?
In what way? You can buy as many chickens as you can, or meat, or of any type, really, from us, and we can provide it for you. You send facilities over to pick it up. We have customers that pick stuff up all the time.
Could we see the plantation?
As I said, I don't like to allow outsiders in. There's a few trade secrets there, and as I said, people get
I understand.
And also that the Games Master hasn't designed a map for that particular area.
Okay, sorry.
So, unfortunately,
next week.
It doesn't really exist at the present moment for you to tour around.
Okay.
But just imagine it's a big stone building. Chickens go in one end, and bits of chicken come out the other end. Blood gets taken out of them, and the blood gets stored in warming vats.
Meat, like some. You never know what you might find in a meat facility.
Human meat? Why would there be human meat?
I'm not saying this in character.
You don't take part in human meat anymore.
A shame. It tastes delightful.
Like chicken, I hear.
Speaking, speaking, or pig when it's not as short. Speaking of next session, I hate to have to do this, but I'm really tired all of a sudden.
Fair enough.
Mm.
Fair enough. Can you
I
last
think
for
Jake
another?
said, sorry, Ed said he wanted a shorter session.
He
For 2 hours.
he did. Can we give it another 10, 15 minutes just to sort of
Sure.
wrap this area up? So and then yeah, sure, no problem. So if we aim for a wrap up by 11, is that cool? Or is that too late?
That's another half an hour.
About half an hour.
I wouldn't be saying it if Ed said he hadn't said he wanted a shorter session, but
Okay.
Don't worry about me. Trig said it'd be done by midnight, and I said that was fine.
Yeah.
But he said he's tired, so
No, that's fine.
as well.
I will aim to get this conversation ended, and whatever happens after that, ended as soon as possible.
Well, I assume we can always come, like, if we want to have a chat with you again, Shane, we'd probably head back out here, right?
Sure. In fact, I'll tell you what. I'll he hands you a small tin whistle. Sorry.
Oh,
If you need me, just give that 3 quick whistles. Boop, 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 or whatever. 3, 1, 2, 3. Boop, boop, boop. And
Okay.
you know, I will.
Whistles, he says, makes 4 whistle noises.
I will. Yeah. I will meet you out here if you like.
Okay, this should be handy.
So you want
Haven't
to...
we already done the whole tin whistle thing at the start of the session?
No,
Yes, you have.
with somebody else though.
Yes, for somebody else.
Yeah. I'm
This
gonna
isn't gonna
make
get
sure that
confusing.
I'm gonna make sure that these things, when they get stored, get like labeled with instructions, with little post-its or something.
I mean, I'll just I think it's best just to keep it on yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, Sandy just said blow on the whistle. He said
This one has a specific one, yeah.
Yeah. So you know.
They all have a different combination. It's like a phone number, but it depends on the
It's a
whistle.
system that works. Why
It
mess
is.
with it?
It is, man.
I mean, I could literally just give him a pebble that changes color or makes a noise when we want to talk to him.
I mean, this will also just maybe.
Yes, but he's not an artificer. I mean, if you want to give him something like that, you could do.
He doesn't have to be.
Not content with designing the iPod, Ez is now designing the iPhone.
No, pager.
It's more of a pager. It's a pager. Yeah.
Oh, the iPager.
Yeah.
You do what to her?
Yes, he does.
The
Okay.
difficulty there is how much is that going to last when he realizes after a day or so that it stops working?
It doesn't. It's indefinite until I end the effect or until I use the effect.
Yeah, but you can only do 3 at a
other
time,
items.
right?
No, I can do up to 6 because
Oh,
I'm
really?
very
It's gone up?
smart.
Cool.
So, unless I need to use it like in rapid succession before we leave town, as far as he knows, the thing will just keep going and going. He may get annoyed by the fact he can't turn it off.
Alright, sorry about that.
Just like the tracking technology, right?
Pretty much.
So he
Wait,
gave
how do you
us-
know about that?
So, are we done? Then he gave us the flute, right? Did he?
He's
say anything else?
given you that. He's like, I must be getting off, but if you're really serious about how am I supposed to take this? The Baron, he's my employer.
I mean,
Aren't you worried I'm gonna go run back to the most powerful vampire that's ever existed? Tell him that, boss, these guys that you had in your house last night, they're trying to sell you out. They want you dead. They want me to take over. I mean, not really.
Oh, it was just that one idiot.
I'm just not really seeing how this is. This is
I mean,
gonna
if you
work.
betrayed us now, you wouldn't really be a good business partner, right?
It was really just the one idiot that wanted him to betray them.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I never said that.
I spoke against it.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
I'm just listen. I'm just trying to get the facility working as best capacity as possible, and I think your ideas are fantastic. I understand the Baron's concerns, given your issues. Let's as you know, from me, what I am at, it's I understand the human, be careful and all that nonsense. I say, rolling my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I said, we'll. I think we could have a better business rapport, me and you. But that's for later on down the line. We need to kind of collect our thoughts on the matter and maybe figure out where we head off from here. See what my colleagues
Okay.
think of this. Because we only came out here for a chat. We're not doing anything, you know. We're just trying to figure out how to get this running.
Of course.
I'll
Of course.
I mean,
wink.
do you think there's a way we could convince the Baron with your ideas, or is he completely against them?
I've spoken to him. He didn't. He. How did he put it? All in good time, Shane. All in good time.
Hmm. I mean, I suppose you do have plenty of time.
Well, that is true. That is true. Maybe I'm just being impatient.
I
Who
suppose
knows?
you are a young one, aren't you? I can understand that.
Yeah.
Atia's probably been through the ringer, you know.
I mean, yeah.
It's like he was only turned a year ago, right? Like he's only new into the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
so it's like,
Ah.
I'm not surprised that he doesn't really understand the concept of, you have plenty of time as a vampire, like unironically.
Yeah. No, he is definitely young
Oh,
to being a
you can
vampire.
relate. It's like you and being a hellhound.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're not
So-
there yet.
I'm just double checking, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys do remember what the Baron asked us to do here, right?
Figure
Investigate?
out investigate. Well, who's, like I said, we're gonna get hopefully closer to Shane. Maybe he's already started on this, taking over thing. That's the whole point, right? We're trying
I
to
mean,
figure it out.
my goal was not to convince him to take over. My goal was to try and work out who was the guy in charge of whatever this thing was.
Yeah, but you're too
Throw out a few
eager.
feelers.
You're being too eager, man.
Well, if there's nothing more, ladies and gentlemen, I will
I'll,
away. If that's
I'll wave off to Shane. Well, I'll contact you.
and he kind of walks around the corner and you hear his footsteps suddenly just stop and then there's no sign of him whatsoever.
Does the
That
music
happens.
stop?
That happens a lot, man.
The music has stopped.
By the way, that music thing, are you able to just stop the music at any point, or does that
Any
just go
at any
forever?
distance, yes.
Okay, well, all right. Well, let him. He might try and
Well,
extract whatever
not
magic.
precisely. What I can do is basically, if I touch it, I can end its effect immediately. Alternatively, I just use the effect on 6 other things, and then that one will stop working.
Okay. Okay, that's fine then. Oh God.
As you turn around to head back towards town, standing before you is a chap who looks like he's dressed in classical pilgrim attire. You saw him yesterday. In front of you is Reverend Jefferson.
Oh, this is the one we were looking for?
Ah, finally.
Why is he out here?
Morning, fellas, ladies, gentlemen. What is it you were looking for?
How do you find us?
Not much goes on around here without my knowing about it.
I believe we were interested in learning more about the religion of the town. Is that not right, guys?
I mean, that's that's part of it, yeah.
He thinks a sniff in the air and why don't we cut the bullshit, Jen? You're not here to talk.
I mean, I ironically was curious, but
You say that in character, you should.
I mean, same actually.
Hey, it's it's very not polite of you to assume such a thing.
I was kind of just along for the ride.
Well, you have a native with you. Two of you appear to have been touched by something of the divine at some point on a first-hand basis. And one of you is definitely not. Maybe two. He looks at the ladies in the party. You two seem a little more, shall we say, less clean than the rest of the party. Maybe
Hey, I
that's
had a
just
bath.
something to do with the female.
I had a
Only you
bath
say that.
this morning, sir.
That's not what I mean. Gentlemen, shall we talk?
Yes,
By all
we were
means.
hoping to have a chat. We did come to visit you earlier.
Do you want me to wrap it up there?
Sure.
On the spooky appearance
Uh,
of Reverend Jefferson? Or do you want to have this conversation with him?
what I was going to say is, I guess I was further behind on sleep than I thought. I've just suddenly become very, very tired. But what you could do is, if I head off, you guys are welcome to keep playing for the rest of the session. Like where Di was away last time, and her character just sort of passively followed the party. I'm happy for you guys to do that with my character for the next hour or so.
I think we can leave it here for tonight. It's I just wanted to go to sleep. I'm also have my sleeping pattern back to normal. Funny enough, Uzalu. I am probably going to head to bed quite soon as well.
And we've been out shooting all day, and I don't know about Trig, but I've got an early morning.
Yeah, I've been shooting crossbows literally since 10 o'clock this morning, and I have pulled a muscle in my back and in my leg.
Oh
And
no.
I actually could do with sitting in a bath for about an hour and just
Proper soak, yeah.
yeah, undoing the damage I've done to myself. But it was a good day.
Sounds rough.
It was a good day. We got a pretty decent score. I mean, out of the four of us, there was myself and another guy using the crossbow. He's much more of a.
It's not the same without Spire breaking his ankle with you, though.
You know, there were a couple of logs on the
either
floor and a
crashing the
rabbit hole.
bike
He would.
or,
There was
something.
definitely the opportunity for Spyro to have fallen over and stabbed himself in the neck with an arrow or something. Yes.
I just find it funny that every time that he would join you,
Every-
come back and be like,
Going
oh my God.
airsofting with Spyro was somewhat of an eye-opening event of how incredibly accident-prone one person can be.
It's
Yeah.
like every time you'd come in and be like, Ty, guess what happened today?
It's not his fault. It was an oil slick.
He crashed his bike. He jumped over a small, tight. I don't want to say stream. It was a trickle of water in a ditch, and managed to fucking twist his ankle. Every time. And we're like,
That's so funny.
Trig, this has happened. I'll be like, I've been here for 2 hours and now I've got to call the fucking day out. God damn it.
Because you were saying you were walking and making fun of like, haha, somebody needs help.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Honestly, if I go airsofting, I get there early in the morning and I'm there right up until close, and I am running around in the woods shooting the shit out of stuff all day, and I take someone that's like nearly fucking half my age, and he's like, oh, this, that, and the other. Oh, I'm so weak. I've twisted my ankle. I was like, here, have some painkillers. Get on with it. Oh no, got to go home now.
Well, it was
Fuck
funny
me.
because you're like there were two small women that walked out fine after the whole ordeal, and he was taken out in a stretcher. I can just envision it so perfectly, That's funny.
So weak.
I will say,
So
I hope we can finish or watch more of that anime tomorrow and not be ghosted when I type.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Oh,
like-
the Groundhog Day thing. Yes. Yes. Cool.
Yeah, no, it's I think it's an actual decent one though.
It is.
We're
It's
still live.
We are still live. I will.
Oh shit.
I will end it at this point before someone
Good
says
night,
something outrageously politically incorrect.
And
We never do that.
N? You
Well,
can't
we're
say
the-
the N word.
I just said N, bro. Like,
Ah,
you know.
okay. All right.
We're always the best behaved people.
Right. Good night, viewers or viewer. Actually, we've got 3 viewers at the moment. So good night, guys.
Gasp.
I will. Yeah. Hopefully, we can carry on this on next weekend.
It was a very short one, but
It
we've set
was.
it up, I think.
Trig, on
Yeah.
that note, I'm not going to have internet until the 27th.
You will have a phone.
My phone data is reserved for work at the moment, so I don't know. I will try.
Yay.
Wait, what do you mean? Do you not? Do you not have an
Discord.
unlimited plan?
No, I
You know
don't.
what,
I'm not
Discord,
rich
right.
like you, Die.
You
Okay,
don't need,
okay.
it's 30 quid a month.
I can't
Okay.
afford that.
As I
They're
have
not
been
all in Tel
on-
Aviv. Anyway, right. I'm going to end the stream there before we get completely deleted from the internet. We'll catch you
Okay.
all later. Take care. Good night.
Bye bye.
Right.
Good night, niggers.